Rivals Radio.
Welcome back to Rivals Radio with Wally and Dee. We are armed with the raw data straight from the league front office.
Oh, yeah?
And let me tell you what we saw last week and, well, what's looming for Week 13. It demands a true deep dive.
Absolutely. Our mission today really is to cut through all the noise from Week 12. I mean, it wasn't just a week of upsets. It felt like a fundamental reset of the playoff picture.
Yeah, a reset is a good word for it.
And the timing couldn't be worse, really, because Week 13, it looks like it's going to be defined by, well, absolute chaos. The kind you can't out-scheme. You just got to endure it.
Endure is definitely the right word. Okay, before we get to that storm on the horizon, we absolutely have to talk about the seismic activity last Saturday. We're kicking off with what I think we have to call it the upset of the year. NC State riding a 5-game losing streak.
5 games, right?
They not only beat number 3 Notre Dame, they shellacked them 34-14. What on earth happened in South Bend?
You know, this wasn't just a fluke. It felt like a tactical dismantling. Notre Dame looked completely unprepared for NC State's aggressive front seven.
Really?
Yeah. The Wolfpack clearly prioritized winning the turnover battle, and they did. Forced 3 takeaways, and they just suffocated the Notre Dame run game early on, that early 17-point lead. That wasn't luck. I think it exposed a sort of fundamental fragility in that Notre Dame team. Maybe they thought they were cruising into the playoffs.
Could be.
Yeah, and that result, it should be a cold reminder to every, highly ranked team.
Yeah.
This season is far from over.
Oh, that collapse is going to haunt them for sure. Okay, moving west, we had the Victory Bell rivalry. Number 11 UCLA, led by Breedlove at QB, taking on number 7 USC. It was tight for a while.
It was.
But UCLA just dominated that final quarter, winning 31-10. What's that victory tell you about the Bruins right now?
It tells me they're a second-half team built for pressure. I mean, when the game was tight at the half, UCLA didn't panic. Their coaches adjusted, and Breedlove started finding gaps. Deep middle of that USC defense late in the third. They turned pressure into points, and winning that final quarter 14-0 in a big rivalry game. That proves their mental toughness is peaking right when it needs to. They look like a playoff contender that maybe nobody's really talking about enough yet.
Interesting take. And speaking of peaking, the Big Ten. Wow. They made some statements that should probably frighten the rest of the league. Number 5, Michigan crushed Oregon State 51-3.
Crushed is right.
Fueled by running back Keon Hunter's just staggering 180 yards and 4 touchdowns. That is just brutal efficiency.
It's more than efficiency, though. It's a commitment to ground and pound that's going to thrive in, bad conditions, which, spoiler alert, is going to matter a lot this week.
Oh, good point.
There's just a bulldozer. But right alongside them, number 9 Ohio State kept pace, right? They beat Minnesota 44-13.
Yep.
And Duke Smoot had a similarly wild day, 179 yards, 3 scores. So you've got these 2 huge rivals, both leaning hard on these generational running backs.
So is their dominance just pure talent, or is it maybe superior offensive line scheming in the Big Ten? What do you think?
Good question. I think with Hunter, you see incredible vision. Like, he sees things that maybe transcend the scheme itself.
Okay.
With Smoot, he often benefits from Ohio State's ability to stretch the field horizontally, pulls linebackers out of the box. But the core difference might be that Michigan relies on Hunter to set the pace.
Right.
While Ohio State kind of uses Smoot to finish drives. They're like 2 different shades of dominant. And we're definitely going to be comparing them for weeks to come.
Oh, absolutely, especially this week. We also can't forget North Carolina shutting out number 8 Clemson 16-0.
Huge statement.
When you blank a top 10 offense like that, it's a collective effort, obviously, but cornerback Lockheed, 2 interceptions. That demands attention.
That win was just a masterclass in bend but don't break defense.
Yes.
North Carolina runs this complex zone coverage scheme. It allows Lockheed, who has just elite bowl skills and recognition, it lets him bait quarterbacks into throws they really shouldn't make. His 2 picks weren't just lucky deflections. They felt calculated, enabled by the scheme.
Gotcha.
That shutout told the voters everything they needed to know about UNC's playoff readiness.
It certainly did. And yeah, we'll get to those rankings in just a sec. Finally, the primetime matchup. Number 1, Texas surviving a defensive slugfest against number 4 Oklahoma State 17-7.
Classic Big 12 defense.
Right. When the final score is 17-7, the defense absolutely earned that W.
Oh, absolutely. This was pure trench warfare, apparently called brilliantly by Skip Lloyd and Oscar Lewis on the sidelines. Texas won by scoring 17 unanswered points, sure, but the defense held Oklahoma State scoreless for the final 40 minutes of the game.
Wow, 40 minutes.
Yeah. That kind of defensive stability, especially against a top 5 team, it just confirms Texas's identity. They don't need to win pretty. They just need to win by making the other team miserable.
Okay, well, all this chaos naturally funnels into the rankings. Where did the earth stop shaking when the new college football playoff poll came out? Let's look at the top 25 shakeup for Week 13.
Okay, so the very top is stable. Texas is still number 1. SMU holds steady at number 2.
Right.
But below them, consequences were swift. North Carolina jumped 3 spots to number 3 after that shutout. That's a huge vote of confidence in their D.
Okay, 3 spots to number 3.
But maybe the most intriguing jump is number 5, Memphis. They moved up 7 spots. That is a massive shift.
Okay, I gotta push back just a little there. Is North Carolina really indicative of a top 3 team after scoring only 16 points against Clemson? And why the huge 7-spot jump for Memphis?
Well, I think that jump reflects voter confidence in their overall resume, maybe,
Yeah.
and just how volatile others have been recently. Yes, UNC's offense is questionable,
Right.
but their defense has proven its playoff caliber. As for Memphis, okay, they haven't faced the same level of ranked competition as some others, maybe, but their offense has been basically unstoppable. And I think voters are rewarding that consistency as other teams falter. Contrast that with the fallers, right? Notre Dame plummeted 8 spots to number 11.
Ouch.
And Clemson dropped 10 spots down to number 18. Their collapses were penalized severely.
Severe is right. And hey, we also welcome Miami to the rankings at number 25. They definitely earned that spot.
They did.
Okay, let's move to individual honors because all this chaos completely reset the Heisman and Player of the Week talk too.
For sure. Defensive Player of the Week was Tyrell Pochich from Boise State. In their 31-14 win over Utah, he put up a stat line that's it's almost unheard of. 7 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 1 pass breakup.
3 picks.
Yeah. That's essentially single-handedly derailing 3 separate offensive drives with massive impact.
Oh, okay. And offensively.
Tavares Atwell from Rice claimed the honor. His versatility is the key here. 171 rushing yards, 3 rushing TDs, plus 50 receiving yards, and another receiving TD. I mean, when you can impact the game in 4 different ways like that, you force the defense to account for you absolutely everywhere on the field.
Yeah, total weapon. Which brings us right to the Heisman race. Keon Hunter of Michigan. He's still cemented at number 1, right? Leveraging those 4 touchdowns we talked about.
Yep, still number 1. But Duke Smoot of Ohio State made a major leap up to number 2.
Okay, number 2.
Their rivalry game this week, it's going to be intensely scrutinized through that Heisman lens. You can bet on that.
Oh, for sure. And the most fascinating riser? Maybe. Matt Murdock, the freshman quarterback for Maryland. He now enters the top 5 at number 5.
Yeah.
What does it take for a freshman QB to crash the Heisman party this late in the year?
Well, sustained high-level performance and just incredible volume, really. Murdoch doesn't have the kind of defensive support that some of the other guys do, right?
True.
So he has to put up monster numbers every single week just to keep Maryland in contention. His late emergence suggests his performance isn't slowing down, which is pretty rare for a freshman QB.
Yeah, very impressive. Okay, let's take a quick look at the stat leaderboards because the volume we're seeing across the board is, it's historic. Starting with the QBs.
Right.
Akbar from Memphis has crossed the 4,500-yard mark. He's sitting at 4,511 right now.
Wow.
Lord from Arkansas is right behind him at 4,335. And both Banks and Kalkaw have now broken 3,900 yards as well. What does this massive passing volume suggest about maybe the current state of college defense?
It suggests the defenses are probably prioritizing shutting down the run game first
Right.
and relying heavily on zone coverage, which allows these elite quarterbacks to just chip away consistently.
Makes sense.
Akbar's 4,500 yards, that's absolutely driving the excitement around Memphis. And it's also highly relevant for the professional game, too.
And that leads us perfectly into the pro league market chatter. We know Oscar Lewis's first mock draft is fully released now, all 3 parts.
Yep, call that.
The value of these offensive players, especially the QBs, it's immediately translating to draft buzz, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The trade market right now seems fixated on securing quarterbacks and maybe those elite defensive backs. When you see Akbar put up those kinds of numbers,
Yeah.
GMs in the pro league are already trying to package picks to make sure they can land a franchise quarterback. We're hearing interested parties are contacting the league board, like right now.
Silly.
Yeah, emphasizing that GMs need to get their organization secured quickly. The top of that draft is getting expensive fast.
I bet. And the college talent pool is obviously pushing that value way up. I mean, look at the rushers.
Right.
Judkins from FSU still leads at 1,939 yards, but Keon Hunter is breathing down his neck at 1,795 yards and a staggering 28 touchdowns.
28.
Yeah. And Smoot and Bigsby are both over 1,500 yards as well. Judkins needs a monster finish to lock down that 2,000-yard milestone before Hunter takes it.
You know, Hunter's 28 touchdowns is the critical number there. That isn't just production, that's pure scoring ability. He has the league lead because when Michigan gets inside the 10-yard line, they know exactly who to give the ball to. No doubt about it. Okay, at receiver, we actually have a new leader. Hainsworth from Georgia Tech is now on top with 1,320 yards and 12 touchdowns.
Okay, new leader there.
Patinican from Florida and Cashman from Memphis are right behind him, though, both over 12,290 yards. It's tight.
Very tight race. And hey, we can't overlook defense when we talk about draft value either. In sacks,
Yeah?
Bubble Williams of FSU and Rizzo of Ohio State are now tied for the league lead at 20.5 sacks each.
20.5. That's incredible.
It really is. But you know, Jones of Michigan leading the league in tackles for loss with 36, that's arguably even more disruptive on a play-by-play basis.
36 TFLs. Yeah. That means he's getting into the backfield like 3 times a game, disrupting drives before they even really start. That's a staggeringly high rate.
That's insane. And the interception race, well, it isn't really close anymore, is it?
Not really. Lockheed from North Carolina, after that monster day against Clemson, he's pulling away with 13 interceptions now. Killebrew from Ohio State is chasing him at 10. So, still impressive, but Lockheed's got a cushion.
Okay, so is Lockheed's volume of interceptions driving up that trade chatter for, lockdown corners maybe in the top 5 of the draft?
Absolutely. The scarcity of players who can generate turnovers at that kind of clip, it's driving up the market value of every elite defensive back prospect.
I see.
GMs are actively engaging in trade talks right now, focusing on moving assets to try and get into the very top of the first round.
Yeah.
And corners like Lockheed, they're the precise reason why. They offer guaranteed disruption, and that is just priceless.
Priceless indeed. Well, that college talent is about to be tested in a serious crucible this week. Let's shift our focus entirely to Week 13 because the league front office has issued a major weather warning.
Yeah, I saw this.
Rainstorms. Heavy rainstorms are in the forecast for nearly every single game this week.
Every game. Wow.
We're talking mud, soaked fields, fumbles, genuine trench warfare.
Okay, this changes the entire strategic outlook for every single matchup. Forget those high-flying passing attacks we just talked about.
Right.
This is going to favor the teams with these superior offensive and defensive lines, and maybe above all else, the teams with elite ball security. We are going to see low scores and probably high drama.
High drama, for sure. Okay, let's walk through this incredible high-stakes schedule, keeping these wet conditions firmly in mind.
All right, Monday kicks it off. Number 25, Miami, at number 3, North Carolina. Now, Miami is known for a pretty solid running game, which might actually give them an edge in sloppy conditions against a UNC team that relies so heavily on its defense setting up field position. Could be interesting.
Yeah, good point. Tuesday is the mega doubleheader.
Wow.
First up, number 5, Memphis at number 2, SMU.
Ooh, big one.
Memphis has that high-volume passing game we just discussed. How does Akbar's 4,500-yard attack hold up in a downpour against a top 2 team's defense? That is a fascinating question.
It's a huge vulnerability, potentially. Yeah. If that passing game stalls because of the rain and wind, SMU's defensive front could have a massive advantage.
True.
But the late game on Tuesday, that's the one everyone is circling. Number 7, Ohio State, and number 4, Michigan.
The game. In the rain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is basically a playoff elimination game, where the game plan will be brutally simple. Give the ball to Hunter, give the ball to Smoot, and just see whose offensive line dents first. This matchup will define the season for both teams.
Absolutely huge. Wednesday brings more top 10 action. Number 9, UCLA, is at number 10, Oregon.
It's another great Pac-12 matchup.
And then the top team in the nation, number 1, Texas, travels to take on TCU. You know, Texas's defensive identity makes them seem ideally suited for this kind of trench warfare.
Agreed.
Which is crucial when you're playing on the road in bad weather.
Definitely helps. Then Thursday night features the in-state rivalry. Florida traveling to play number 15, Florida State.
Always heated.
Yeah, this rivalry is volatile enough in perfect weather. Add rain. You have the potential for massive mistakes turnovers, maybe an underdog win.
Could see it. And Friday night has huge implications for those fallen Giants, right? Number 11 Notre Dame taking on number 13 USC.
Yeah, both teams desperately need a win to salvage their season hopes and rankings. In the mud. Whichever team commits to the ground game and protects the ball will likely pull away.
It's like a throwback game.
Totally. Finally, Saturday wraps it up with Georgia Tech at number 24, Georgia, and South Carolina at number 18, Clemson. Clemson, having just been shut out, desperately needs a clean win to avoid a complete late-season collapse. Wet conditions, they often favor the desperate opponent who's willing to just grind it out. Could be tricky for them.
Man, every single snap in Week 13 feels like it will genuinely shape this playoff race. And the conditions are just ensuring that only the mentally tough, defensively sound teams are going to advance. It's an unbelievable crescendo to the regular season.
Absolutely. The team that handles ball security the best this week, that's the team that's likely securing their playoff spot. If you want to know who was really built for the postseason, watch who wins in the mud this week.
Good advice.
Yeah. Grab a poncho. This one's going to be wet.
Ha! Indeed it is. That is going to do it for our deep dive into the chaos of Week 12 and this incredibly stormy Week 13 look ahead. Fans, thank you so much for the support, and stay locked right here to the network for everything you need.
Thanks, everyone.
It's Rivals Radio.